What's good, planty peeps? My name is Lily, and welcome to Peace Lily Plants. So lately I've been on a bit of an Etsy shopping spree, but August is my birthday month, and being disabled especially, I'm always happy to be alive for another year, so I figured it was worth the celebration. So I may have went a little ham on my plant purchases, but there's just so many great plants on Etsy. There's also a lot of really terrible plants and really terrible plant shops. And when I first started buying plants on Etsy, I had some pretty bad experiences. And I still have them sometimes, but I'm getting better at knowing what to look for and what are red flags and what to steer away from. I'm gonna make a video really soon with some advice about shopping for plants online. But for this video, what I'd love to do is go back and forth with some footage of me right now, showing you some plants that I bought recently, and then sprinkle in some footage of screen captures of me looking at these shops online, showing you what they look like, what the prices are like, some other things like that. And in this video, I want to share with you a few shops that I think you'll be really happy if you buy from them. You'll get the plant that you expect, and you won't get ripped off. And I'm gonna go in this list from my top favorite shop to my least top favorite shop, although obviously I still really like it if it's in this favorite shop list. Just an obligatory forewarning that this is based on my experience, and I'm going to show you the exact plants I bought and let you see exactly what I got. So I can't tell you what any other plant that you order from these shops is going to look like, but at least you can see what I ordered, how it came, and hopefully if I got these plants in good condition, you'll get whatever plants you order in good condition. Oh yeah, and throughout this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the prices that I pay for the plants, because being so transparent is going to be really helpful, but I know my mom and some other people are going to judge me pretty harshly. Oh well. First up on our list, we have Variegations, who ships out of Connecticut. The reason Variegations gets the #1 spot is because the prices are great. For instance, she just added these 3 pink princess philodendrons, and for the sake of comparison, we can click over to another pink princess that I favorited and see that it's at least twice as much. Granted, the plant looks a little bit bigger, and maybe it has more pink, or maybe that's just good photo editing. Who knows? But anyway, the items at Variegations, they all have free shipping or combine to get free shipping, which is great because so many shops present good prices, but they get you with outrageous shipping fees. And finally, what she shows in the image is exactly what you get. That is another huge plus, because there's a lot of clickbaiting on Etsy where the image shows a large plant, but once you click on the listing, the plant that is in the ad costs 5 times more than the price that is listed, and the plant that you would get for the price that is listed is 5 times smaller than the one in the photo. This is a philodendron brandy that I bought from Variegations. And let's see, I've got the receipts pulled up on my computer. It says this cost $52, but it was a 20% discount, so it was about $45. For a brandy this size, that is honestly not that bad. I must have overwatered it in the process of repotting into here, because you can see a few flimsy edges of leaves, and this one right here is starting to yellow, and there was one that was yellowing that I already had to cut off. But with it being such an established plant, hopefully it will be what about back, even if it does lose a couple leaves. I'm just gonna not water it for a little while. If you want to know if $45 for that was a good price, this is a baby brandy. A teeny tiny baby brandy that I paid $20 for. Yeah. Also from Variegations is this string of arrows, and I bought 2 of them and put them in this one pot together. And let's see, it says these were $16 a piece, but again, it was 20% off, so each one was probably about $12. That is really not bad, because I'll tell you right now, I have never seen a string of arrows in person, which tells you that it's pretty darn uncommon. And yet, it was only like $12 for each strand. And it's growing really nicely, and most of the length that is on this, it came that way. So I'm really pleased with the string of arrows. The other thing I bought from Variegations is this Silver Glory string of hearts. It says this was $32, but she sent me a coupon after the first order that gave me 30% off. So that would be approximately $10 off. So this was between $20 and $25, and I think that's a really good price for a Silver Glory string of hearts this full. For the sake of comparison, let me show you this normal string of hearts that I got from Steve Sleeves. We all know that Steve Sleeves is awesome already. But anyway, I got this baby from them and it was $30. So just think about the fact that a normal string of hearts was $30 and the more uncommon silver one was 20-ish bucks. This one's a little bit more full than this one, but they're both pretty long and pretty luscious. Next up, we have Honey Plant Company, who ships out of California. Once again, the prices are great. Maybe not as good as Variegations, not quite as many steals, but definitely competitive pricing. Like this Hoya tricolor, $33 for a 6-inch pot that's nice and full. That's a really good price, especially on Etsy. And once again, there's no clickbaiting, no catfishing. The price that is listed matches with the photo presented. And if you order that plant, you should expect to receive exactly what is in the photo. And as you can see as I'm scrolling through, almost all, if not all, of the items have free shipping. And lastly, they've got several categories of different genuses and even some plant accessories like the trellises. They're really fun, so loving that. So from Honey Plant Company, I bought 2 Hoya Matildes. I'm not the best with small plants. Small plants are really difficult since the only option of getting a Matilde pretty much anywhere on Etsy is to get a small one. I figured I'd get 2 and put them together and then I'd be less likely to kill it. This is the first one that I received. Very healthy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaves. Pretty darn good. And they accidentally forgot to send me the second one, but the customer service was very responsive. And about a week later, I got this one in the mail and I'm holding it the wrong way. This is the second one that they sent, and I guess just to be nice because they messed up and didn't send me both at once, they put this one in a little terracotta pot, so that was very nice of them. And now I've got these 2 babies, and even though they were nice enough to pot this one up, I'm eventually gonna put them together and hopefully someday end up with a big Hoya Matilde plant. It says I paid $35 a piece for these, but they were 25% off. So that is approximately $28 for this, which might seem insane if you don't know much about plants, but with everything on today's list, if you don't believe me that it's a good deal, or if not a good deal, at least a competitive price, look it up for yourself. You'll find something like this that's about half this size and more money. And the crazy thing is that I shipped these all the way from California to North Carolina with no priority shipping. They were in the mail for like a week, each one of them, and they both got here looking so good. So that's really impressive in my opinion. The next spot goes to Lively Plants Company, which ships out of Florida. The prices are a bit hit or miss in my opinion. They are at least competitive, and I appreciate that all the plants are established in 4-inch and 6-inch pots, meaning that she is not selling cuttings, and this is a subject for a future video that I already alluded to about online plant shopping advice, but I would not recommend buying cuttings. But anyway, several of the items get free shipping, not all, but some of them. And the main reason that they ended up on this list is because of the condition the plants came in. So from Lively Plants Company, I got this string of turtles and this variegated Hoya Hindu root. I paid about $25 for the string of turtles and $50 for the variegated Hoya Hindu root. Again, may seem really expensive, but just look it up. This one, I'm happy with this. It's not mind-blowing or anything. It's not like I got something way bigger than the photo, but it's a fair price and I'm happy with what I got. However, this really put this shop on this list. I'm gonna throw up on the screen the image of what it said I would get and then compare how big the plant actually is to the photo. On Etsy, it's pretty frequent that you could get something that doesn't look as good as the photo, but it's very rare that you're gonna get something that looks better than the photo. So I'm extremely happy with this purchase. Last on the list, we have Cracked Pot Rare Plant, which ships out of Ohio. There's not many items listed on their shop right now, but as you can imagine, the stock is constantly changing in these shops. I would say that the prices are fair. They're not great deals, but they are fairly competitive. This variegated string of hearts, for instance, $80 may seem like a lot for this plant, but for a variegated string of hearts that is this full, that is actually a pretty competitive deal. The shipping is not free, so that's a bit of a bummer, but I have to give them kudos because they shipped the plant literally a couple hours after I ordered it. And within 48 hours of me ordering the plant, it was in my hands. And the seller even messaged me afterwards to follow up on it. So I was really impressed by the shipping on this order. And once again, what you see is what you get. What is in the photo is what you are going to get when you place your order. And lastly,
Ooh, almost dropped it.
And lastly, from Cracked Pot Rare Plants, I got this little variegated string of hearts. I paid $65 for this, and the shipping was about $8, so it was $70-ish, and then the tax, but that's not their fault. And I forgot to say that on the last one, I did have to pay a few bucks in shipping. But anyway, once again, that might seem like an insane price for a plant this small, but I'm telling you guys, you look up on Etsy, people will be selling a little cutting of this with like 3 or 4 hearts on it. And you can already see how little babies are starting to grow off this one. It's very healthy. So if you want to get a good deal on a variegated string of hearts where you're actually going to get a decent little plant and not something with a handful of hearts in the pot, then I would recommend this shop for sure. That's all for today, guys. Just wanted to share with you a few shops that you could look to trust on Etsy, because I know firsthand that it's so easy to get ripped off or to accidentally buy something that doesn't live up to your expectations. And once again, I have to reiterate that my recommending these shops is all based on my personal experience, and I showed you exactly which plants I bought. So I don't know how other plants that you buy from these shops are going to turn out, but I hope that if they did me right, that maybe they'll do you right too. Please let us all know in the comments if you know some good plant Etsy shops that we should all be giving our money to. Or not on Etsy, just what are your favorite plant shops where you know that you're gonna get the best bang for your buck. Let us all know, share the love, share the planting knowledge. And I forgot to show you guys this earlier, but look, I added a new plant shelf. Ignore the blankets on the back of the couch. But isn't that exciting? So have a great day, and remember, no matter where you are and no matter what your circumstances are, bloom where you are planted, honey. See you in the next one. Bye.